Hi, my friend, and welcome back to the Duel Breaking News with spoilers, recap, new. In this video, we talk about Sierra forces a confession from Evan to stop the execution, but Ben flatlines anyway. At the hospital, Kristen tells herself that Gabby's right. She is no saint. She sees Haley's photo and feels bad. She cries. Nearby, Nicole overhears Dr. Rayner say she couldn't live with this secret. Nick questions Xander, who shoots Rayner a nasty look. Nicole thinks they're discussing Mackenzie and slaps Xander, telling him how stupid he is to harass the doctor who is about to save Mackenzie's life. Xander tells her to mind her own business. He leaves. Rayner finds Kristen crying in the lounge. She talks about how Mackenzie means the world to her because she was born the same day as Rachel. Kristen thinks about what could have been. Feeling guilty, Rayner is about to spill the tea when Nicole walks in and says there's every reason to be optimistic about Mickey. Kristen goes and Nick brings up her discussion about a secret with Xander and knows that he uses people's secrets against them. Rayner covers and goes. Nicole thinks she's hiding something. Later, Nick finds Kristen and asks about how she knows Rayner. Nick looks surprised when Kristen says she was her OB/GYN who delivered Rachel and was with her when she died. At Julie's place, Maggie whines that Victor bailed her out of prison when she feels she should be there. She doesn't like that Victor took charge and is grateful Will is out of prison. Maggie says if she has to, she'll fire Vic's lawyer and do time. He's acting like it was just a dumb mistake. She cries that she killed Adrian, screwed up Will and Sonny's life. She's grateful she didn't kill Sarah. Victor flashes to hiding the truth about Sarah's dead baby and asks his wife to remember all of the wonderful things she has done. Maggie says it's no compensation for what she did. They go around in circles about this until Xander appears. Maggie heads to the hospital so the men can discuss their secrets and lies. Xander tells Vic that Dr. Rayner is back. Victor can't believe it. She took his money. Has she no decency? Victor wants Xander to kill her, but he's done with all that. Victor mocks him and calls the woman a loose end. Xander goes and Maggie returns. She realized that Victor did everything for her out of love. Rafe arrives at the Kuriakis' mansion looking for Evan. Sonny and Will explain what went down and tell Rafe that Sierra took Evan at gunpoint to Stateville. They search the mansion and when they don't find her, Rafe heads to Stateville. Once he's gone, Sonny again mentions how he picks the wrong guys such as Leo and Evan. Will tries to reassure Sonny. Ben's given the lethal injection at Statesville and is having a hard time breathing as the alarms go off and the warden says there's been a security breach. Sierra appears with Evan and demands they stop the execution because Christian Maddox killed Jordan, not Ben. The warden yells at her to stop this and asks the guard to turn off the alarm. Sierra demands Evan confess. She shoves his face up against the window and threatens that she'll make sure David knows that his father was a sniveling killer. Evan yells, no, and tells the story of how he met Jordan in California. She didn't tell him she was pregnant and he came to Salem to find his son. He found Jordan at the gatehouse and flashes to arguing with Jordan about whether or not Evan will be a real father to their son. Evan then flashes to strangling Jordan with a scarf she'd been wearing. She fell to the floor and he tells Sierra that he never meant to kill her. It just happened. Marlena and Sierra beg the warden to stop the execution. Warden Floyd says this doesn't mean Ben is innocent, but Marlena argues that it's reasonable doubt. Floyd stops the execution. Evan turns to run and runs into Rafe's gun. Evan's hauled away and Rafe is angry with Sierra. She could have been killed. Sierra cries that she saved Ben and Rafe hugs her. He's proud of her. Sierra tells Ben it's over. He looks at her and then his body goes slack. His respiratory system is failing. His heart stops and he grabs a syringe and pumps Ben full of adrenaline as Sierra sobs. She's led in the room and the doctor gets a heartbeat. She begs her beau to come back to her and Ben opens his eyes. You saved me, he says. They kiss. Xander returns to the hospital and finds Dr. Rayner and threatens her. Rayner can't keep this secret so Xander takes out another check. Maybe that will help. There's one thing she doesn't know about him. I'm Tom Hanks compared to Victor Kuriakis. Back at SPD, Rafe sits Evan down in the interrogation room and says he's not getting out of there for a long time. He needs to tell him where David is. Evan's got nothing to say. He says David's not Rafe's son. Rafe knows, but he also knows a lot about David. He wants to keep him safe, but Evan says he is in very good hands. Duel fan said, I think Evan is another long-lost kid of either Stefano, John, or Princess Gina, even as Clyde or Orpheus' son. Also another unrealistic moment, how did Sierra manage to get Evan at gunpoint past prison security and all the way to where they execute prisoners? I understand her desperation, but it's just not realistic in real life. I also think that some of the best actors are given the worst storylines. On the next Days of Our Lives, Jennifer confronts Princess Gina. Stay tuned for more Days of Our Lives and be sure to check out my channel for the latest Days of Our Lives spoilers, news, and updates. Don't forget to subscribe to Duel Preview latest news channel. Goodbye.